everyone, welcome back. I hope you all had a wonderful Easter. I want to hear all about it. Did you celebrate with your families? You know, that's kind of related to our topic today, which I'll keep a surprise. Oh wait, I hear someone. I think I might have a guest for you guys today. Are you ready? Look who's here, everyone. It's Donkey. Hello. How are you doing today? Donkey, remember how we need to share the screen? Oh, right. Hello. So, did you tell them about how we're going to be talking about families this week? Donkey, you just spoiled the surprise. Well, they're bound to find out soon, right? Yeah, we're talking about how God gave us our families because He loves us, even when it's difficult to get along with them sometimes. Donkey, why don't you tell us about your family? My family? I thought we were going to talk about your family. No, I want to talk about your family. Okay, well, I live with my brother. Oh, you should have brought your brother here. He's waiting in the back. Well, we should all meet your brother. That'd be a lot of fun. I don't think so. Ugh. That's not very nice. Well, my brother's kind of cooler than me. He doesn't have these weird stripes, and his name's Danny, not Donkey, which is more original. Well, we would love you and your brother just the same. You don't need to be jealous of your brother. Thanks, that's really nice of you. I feel bad about being jealous of my brother, and it's hard getting along with him because I'm jealous sometimes. You know, I have a very important story about some brothers that got jealous of their other brother from the Bible I'd love to share with you. I'd love to hear that, and I'm sure the kids would love to hear it too. While I'm telling the story today, get out a whiteboard or a piece of paper and something to write with. I'm going to teach you a symbol for each different part of the story to help you remember it, okay? Sounds good. See ya real soon. Today we're talking about someone named Joseph. Now, you may automatically think about the Joseph who was married to Mary, Jesus' mother, but we're talking about Joseph in the Old Testament. Now, this meant that it was before Jesus was born, so we're going backwards a little bit. Joseph had 11 brothers. You can represent that by putting some stick figures there. You can draw a lot of them to show how many he had. And Joseph was the favorite kid. So his older brothers were pretty upset about that. I'm sure you would be upset about that too if your parents picked favorites. He even got a special colorful robe, which you can draw too, and if you want, you can color that in. Now, his brothers decided to play a really mean trick on him by throwing him into a well. One of his brothers did not like this idea, so he planned to save Joseph later. But he was too late because his brothers sold him into slavery. So Joseph traveled really far, all the way to Egypt. And you can draw a little camel to represent that. Just a quick drawing. I promise I can usually draw a little bit better than this. Anyway, so they went on the camel or some other way of transportation to get to Egypt. Once they were there, Joseph had to work really hard. He even got thrown in jail later because the main ruler's wife lied about what she had done with him, and that got him into big trouble. So you can draw him in jail. He still trusted God, though, no matter what. And he prayed every night, asking for the truth to be known. Many years later, he ended up being released from jail because of these special dreams he was getting. Draw dreams. What's the weirdest dream you've ever had? Well, for him, his was about cows. He had to interpret the dream that the new ruler had, and that meant that they're going to have 7 years of good crops and 7 years of bad. So, because he had all of this knowledge, they decided to put him as the second-hand man, a very important job. And he was pretty much unable to be recognized by his family at this point because it had been so long ago when he was sold into slavery, and he was a rich ruler now. So the 7 years went by, which had good crops. You can draw a little crop. And then the 7 bad years happened. During the 7 bad years, his brothers were out of food, so they went to Egypt, where they heard there were still plenty of crops growing. Well, not growing, but stored, because Joseph had warned everyone in advance. And they really wanted to buy food. Ironically, Joseph was actually the one that they had to go to get the food. And Joseph decided to see if they'd really changed. He put a cup into one of the brothers', the youngest one, who was the father's new favorite, into his bag. You can draw a bag for that, to see how they would react. Of course, the brothers were horrified when they found this cup, and they all offered to go to prison for the brother because they felt so bad about what they'd done before, and they had really changed. Joseph told them who he was, and at first they were afraid that he was going to be mad at them because they did a really horrible thing to him. But Joseph forgave them because he knew that family is all about love, and if someone does something wrong, you need to forgive them. He saved his family's life even after all they did that was wrong to him, and thankfully they were reunited. God works really hard so that no matter what your family looks like, every family's different. You may only have one parent, or you may switch where you live. You may have a few siblings. You may have a lot of siblings. You may not have any siblings. And that's okay. Every family looks different. But the most important thing to remember is that you need to love and forgive your family and have patience, which means not getting super angry if they do something that annoys you right away or something like that. Because God gave you your family for a reason, and right now it's really important to show them how much you care and be there for them during this hard time. Here's a list of things you can do for your family during this time when you are spending a lot of time with them, and they will probably really appreciate it. Some of them are making them a card, giving them their favorite treat, high fives or something like that, or playing with them if they have time to do that with you. Just be extra nice to them and make sure that no matter what, you are doing what God wants you to do. That's all for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to see you next week when we talk even more about families. Think about your favorite Bible story, and maybe you can read it with your family today. Oh, here's someone. Oh, I think that's my brother. Gotta go. Bye! Ah!